Hi everyone, thanks for joining this Trident Talks Black Hat edition. I'm Max Horseman, I'm a principal consultant here at Trident Search, and I'm joined by Lewis Lang, CTO and co-founder of Phylum. It's great to have you with us today, Lewis. How's it going with prep for the event?
Busy. We've got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, getting everything ready, getting our people out of Black Hat. Quite busy. Yeah.
No doubt. And for those in the audience that aren't necessarily familiar with Phylum, can you kind of just run a brief introduction?
Yeah. So Phylum is a software supply chain security company. We're actually winners of the first Spotlight competition at Black Hat in 2022, I believe. And so we analyze packages as they are published into these open source package registries. So think like NPM and PyPI, and automatically analyze those packages for risk indicators like malware, backdoors, obfuscated code. And then we provide organizations with the means to actually vet those packages and libraries and enforce acceptable use policies for the packages before they actually bring them into their organization.
Awesome. And can you talk a little bit about kind of the journey so far, as well as kind of what's in store now? It's obviously pretty exciting times at Phylum.
Yeah, so before Phylum, I worked in the U.S. intelligence community, and shortly thereafter worked on a government contract for a three-letter agency that I won't name.
Yeah,
And
of
this group
course.
was interested in what we now kind of collectively call supply chain security, right? And so they gave me a bag of money and said, go buy something off the shelf, right? And so my co-founder and I went and actually spoke to a bunch of companies that provided ostensibly SCA type capabilities, and we found there just wasn't an adequate solution to address the real problem, right? Which is really that random strangers from the internet have commit access to your production software, and you have no way of vetting any of that at scale. And so this is kind of why we built Phylum. And so to date, we've identified tens of thousands of supply chain attacks, 82% of which never make it into any known vulnerability database. And we've disrupted campaigns from nation state backed actors, supported the work by the United Nations and FBI, and have helped multiple companies identify actual compromises they were completely unaware of, because before Phylum, they had no way to really look, right? So really make no mistake, supply chain attacks are succeeding. And most organizations just aren't equipped to look today, right? And so we've just released a new capability that we're calling our package firewall. And so users can now slot Phylum in front of their artifact management systems like Artifactory or Nexus, and apply policy on software packages before the packages can be pulled into the organization and have an opportunity to impact software development.
Awesome. And I love that story about kind of being a buyer and then having that idea from kind of the lack of capabilities that you saw out there. Out of interest, I don't want to go off on too much of a tangent, but how long did it kind of take from like inception of that idea to having kind of a minimum kind of viable product?
We sat down. It mostly started as a research product off to the
Mm,
side for me and my co-founder, just kind of our backgrounds, and we dug into it a little bit. Like, how big could this problem really truly be?
yeah.
And we produced some graphs and collected some data, and it was mind-bogglingly huge. We spent a lot of time on the offensive security side, and I'll say today, if I was going to go back to that realm and target a particular organization, a supply chain attack would be the best way to go about it. No one is truly guarded in the way that they need to be to prevent these sorts of attacks from occurring. Most people don't really know that they are occurring, right? So from initial inception of the idea to building out our MVP, we spent probably a couple of months. And then from there, pivoted into something much, much larger and much more sophisticated to kind of, address the large concerns across the, landscape.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you said a massive kind of addressable market. So yeah, it makes total sense. Hopefully, there's not too many threat actors listening, um, just with what you've said. But anyhow, just
There definitely are. Yeah.
in terms of your plans for Black Hat, like where can people find you if they're interested in learning more about Phylum?
Yeah, we are in Startup City, booth SC203. And so if you develop software, you absolutely are a target of these supply chain attacks. I'd love to chat about our research, our upcoming capabilities, and how Phylum can really help you close, in my opinion, one of the biggest gaps in security today.
Absolutely. Well, Lewis, I really appreciate you joining us today, and I'll look forward to meeting you in August. But thanks for coming on board.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to meet you.